Let's bring in Bill O'Reilly. Please tell me, my older and wiser brother, that you are not on the Taylor Swift toxic train.
I'm still trying to figure out why Kanye West, excuse me, endorsed Trump.
It's yay.
I haven't gotten by.
If you call him Kanye, you will get. If you call him Kanye, you're going to get in trouble. It's yay. Yay.
Yeah, I was in an elevator
like what you
with
say
him.
when the
He's
check
about
comes and I pay
5'2". Okay. So I'm not too worried about that. I was in an elevator with him. He's about 5'2". I'm 6'4". So I'll risk the trouble. I still don't know what the Kanye West Trump thing was. And now Snoop Dogg, I believe, is giving Trump a bathrobe or a beer, something. I don't know what this whole world is. I don't pay attention to it. But I like Taylor Swift. I wrote a message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com. When my young daughter met her on Long Island, she and her mother were very, very nice to my daughter. A nice conversation with her and her mother, Pennsylvania people. I think that the cutaways that the television networks do during the Kansas City Chiefs games are much better. I would rather see Tay-Tay jump up and down every time her boyfriend touches the ball than some sweaty 350-pound guy covered with tattoos gulping Gatorade. If I have the choice, I'm going to go with Tay-Tay. So none of that offends me.
But what do you say to the people who are pitching this boulder dash that she is a political plant and the Kansas City Chiefs are only winning because it's part of this canard to help Biden? Yeah, it's getting energy, brother. It's getting energy.
Okay, look. Number one, they would never talk to me under any circumstances because they would be mocked outright. Number two, this is what I call a contrived media story, which we love those. So the media knows that any mention of Taylor Swift and her tight-end boyfriend is going to bring in curiosity viewers. They know that, all right? So now they trump up, pardon the pun, that Tay-Tay may get politically involved. Now, there's more of a chance of Ringo Starr, all right, coming out during the halftime of the Super Bowl endorsing Biden than Tay-Tay. Not going to do it, okay? She is a liberal woman, I understand, which is fine. There's no problem. She lives in that world. Most of her friends think that way. Who gives a hoot? But the media loves this, Cuomo.
The media loves it, but look, it's hand in glove, man, with the two-party game. Look, going after Mayorkas, you're not going to get rid of Mayorkas any reason more than they were going to get rid of Trump with an impeachment. They're not going to impeach and remove Mayorkas. Why waste the time? Why not push the bill from the Senate to the House and fix the border instead of just doing all of this BS around Mayorkas and doing nothing about it?
I have it from a reliable anonymous source who has worked with the New York Times very often, that Tay-Tay wants Mayorkas impeached. All right, she's appalled what's happening at the border.
I didn't know that.
So she's demanding. She's demanding. Taylor Swift demanding that Mayorkas have to answer questions in front of the House of Representatives so that Biden can be embarrassed because this whole thing is a fiasco. So once it rises to Taylor Swift as demanding impeachment, you got to do it. There's no other choice. Or Travis Kelce will come to your house and give you a forearm shiver. And no one wants that. Look, you're making big stories out of nothing. Mayorkas will get impeached because the Republican Party wants to embarrass Biden. That's it. That's why Pelosi and the Democrats impeached Trump. That's why. They knew Trump wasn't going to get evicted. It's exactly the same thing. The only reason it's not Biden getting impeached is because there would be a few Republican Congress people that wouldn't vote for that. Everyone will vote to impeach Mayorkas. That's how bad he is.
So shouldn't that send a signal to reasonable Republicans that you're going to spend your time going after Mayorkas on a fool's errand, and you're not going to work on the bill out of the Senate to fix the actual border? They've been talking about it for weeks, 2 days.
Okay?
But they just said they're not going to do it.
We still don't know.
And the Speaker of the House won't say why.
Well, I don't know about that. All I know is I haven't seen the bill. Once I see the bill,
neither is he.
Then I can make a judgment. All right. So why are we all jumping up and down about a bill we haven't seen?
Because he said it's dead on arrival.
What? Who?
The Speaker of the House said it's dead on arrival.
If it's a good bill, then we'll get rid of that speaker just like we got rid of the other guy.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.